And this is London Heathrow Terminal 3 Park and Ride, previously long stay, and we're going to head off on our trip. The British Airways Lounge in London Heathrow Terminal 3 is situated at Lounge F. Let's go and check it out. So this was 11 o'clock in the morning, and therefore breakfast was being served. Usual selection: hash browns, sausages, bacon, lots of fruit, muesli, orange juice, apple juice, some pastries and bread for toast, and a large selection of canned soft drinks. The lounge was about half full. And there were coffee making facilities and tea, and we were sat by the wine bottles, although I partaked in champagne. And we had a wonderful view sitting over the apron. You're a lot closer to the apron and the runway at Terminal 3 compared to Terminal 5. So this was the usual BA chaos, having our boarding passes checked and then penned in. And there was a 20-minute delay before we got onto the bus. And this was our A320 that was going to take us to Oslo. And despite it being a bus gate, it was fast, and we boarded quickly.
Very good morning to you all. My name is Ross. It's my pleasure to be the flight manager on this flight to Oslo.
Shortly after takeoff, we were offered a drink. I took a coffee, a glass of champagne, and a glass of still water. Then we sat back and relaxed whilst waiting for lunch to be served. Row 2 on the A320 on a BA flight, short haul, has 2 windows, making it a extra luxurious experience. Lunch was served and I had the salmon, and Laura had the pasta, and we both had a dessert on the side. It was my salmon was lovely. It was a nice light meal. And here we are on the final to Oslo International Airport, and it had been snowing and it had continued to stay on the ground. It was -4 maximum. So despite the sub-zero conditions and snow, the airport was just as efficient as Heathrow. It took a long time to get through passport control, thanks to the new Schengen rules. This is us going down into Oslo station at the airport. And we took the Airport Express to Oslo Central. Arrived within minutes of us being on the platform. It was like a private jet on board. Calm, clean, fast. And this is arriving at Oslo Central Station, coming up from the platform. And here we are at our hotel. So this is a former office building. So there's a nautical theme throughout. So let's head down our corridor to our room. That is looking into two other rooms. A bit creepy. Welcome to the Amerikalinjen Hotel in Oslo, Norway. So we've got a Nordic seafaring theme to the hotel. And this is the first of a kind where the door opens, if it actually opens, opens outwards into the hotel room. So we've got a large television on the room wall. Very large bed. And a mirrored wall to make the room feel larger than it actually is. This is a boutique luxury hotel. And we're opposite the Comfort Hotel Express Central Station. We're very close to Oslo Central Station, literally just across the square. This hotel's got a lot of history. He's got some details down here. It's got a number of lamps. So this used to be the headquarters of, I think, the American Nordic Line company. And there's a number of American-themed photos on there. I think that's New York at the top there. There's a number of other artifacts. There's a drawing of a ship over there, which we'll look at in more detail later. Typewriter. So if you wanted to get some work done, you could sit at this desk. It's got a telephone. Wonder if this works. It does. So that's got a dial tone and a sitting chair to read and relax in. And then the old style Nordic sort of Art Deco feel throughout the room, with these walls and this glass effect. Yeah, I think it actually is opaque glass with the pattern on it. You've got a wardrobe here. So what have we got on here? And we've got a very nice area for fixing yourself up a drink. I looked at this earlier actually, and this is for us at a price 495 Norwegian kroner. Not quite sure how much that is in pounds. Must look that up. Coffee machine and some bits and pieces for coffee making. Pods, sweetener. Laura will like that. and some sugar. I think there's some tea behind there as well, and a kettle, which is a Tefal Mini. Not sure that's going to fit on properly. I think it has now, which is nice and swanky. This is the minibar, which I suspect are on sensors, so we're not going to touch any of that. And the safe, which is very practical. Wardrobe. So we've got Amerikalinjen Hotel hangers, which are very nice actually, very nice texture and branding there as well. Ironing board down there. A shoehorn, there's always a shoehorn, but who wears shoes nowadays which require a shoehorn? Maybe every now and again, but it's not an everyday item. And the ironing board. Yeah, you would expect in a hotel of this caliber. Light switches are all, yes, electric or electronic sensored light switches. So you can affect the mood there. That's not really doing anything. Oh, that is doing something. That's switched all the lights off. So let's put those back on. And we'll edit this out later. So that's back with some lights on and into the bathroom. So, no lights on in here, so I'll have to sort that out first of all. There we go. So we've got the a little vase here, fake flower, mirror, hand towel, the ubiquitous hairdryer, some more towels. Nicely done here. Floor to ceiling metro tiles and mosaic tiles on the floor. So the products here is Spreckenhaus, which is the same in the shower. The shower is huge. So you push the door to open, and we've got a big rain shower effect and a little shower head, or standard shower head, somewhere to hang items, probably a towel or something in the bath, most likely a towel. And we're back into the main room. We'll try out the bed later. Let you know what the sleep is. Nice pillow, 2 large pillows, and there's a bar downstairs, a cocktail bar, and we'll show you more of that a bit later. So day 2 at the Amerikalinjen Hotel, which I'm sure is not how you pronounce it. The hotel has been okay, but there's been a few issues which run contrary to the TripAdvisor reviews and the Google reviews, which are almost 5 and 5 across the board. This used to be an office for a shipping company, and it's a very old building. It's by the Central Railway Station, but it doesn't have any air conditioning. And despite it being at maximum about -4 outside all the time, dropping even lower, they had -10, -11 last week. It's very warm at night, to the point where you have to open the window to let the -4 cold in to cool the room down. So I ended up having to call the reception at 4 o'clock in the morning and ask them, could you come and fix the air conditioning? To be told, well, there isn't any air conditioning, but we'll try and increase the ventilation in the room, which I think they did, but it was very noisy. So obviously we're awake at this point and continuing to be awake. And the lights don't work as well, so we'll show you that in another clip. It's quite a complicated electrical system in here for turning on the lights. Simple on-off switches would be better. So the lights still don't really work. So it's a bit of a juggling act when you're getting up in the middle of the night, so you don't trip over. So yes, there are a number of issues with what is meant to be a 5-star boutique hotel in the middle of Oslo. It is very nice though. It's well decorated. It's tasteful, but the basics don't seem to be there. The bed is comfortable enough, but the duvet, it's a king-size bed with a double duvet. So fighting for the duvet during the night with my wife was to be expected, and it happened. But we've tried to fix that by getting a couple of single duvets, which we'll see if that works this evening, and also if it's cooler overnight in this room. To be fair to the hotel, they have asked us if we wanted to move rooms, but that is very inconvenient to pack up all that stuff and then move to another room, which might then have a number of issues itself. So we've decided to stay in this room. And the next day we went to the Oslo ski jump, about a 30-minute train ride out of Oslo Central. This was the stop before we got off, and you can see people going sledging and also skiing. And this is the ski jump itself. This was rebuilt in 2010, but the site was used in the Oslo Winter Olympics in 1952. Camera doesn't do it justice. It was very high. And this is us going home after a 3-day lovely stay in Oslo. And this was the lounge at Oslo Airport for BA customers. We share this lounge with multiple airlines. Compared to London, it was practically empty. Nice space, the usual tea and coffee making facilities, pastries, other items to eat, lots of fruit, lots of salad, more of a lunch menu, healthier than, well, maybe not so healthy, than Heathrow. And there's 2 lounges. They're next door to each other. You can go in between the 2, and the one we were just in was the Premier. This is the standard one. And at the queue, after a bit of a rigmarole, to get on the plane, leaving the Schengen area. And we also had the spectacle of the de-icing trucks and cranes. They just completed the de-ice of our A320 back to London, and whilst waiting for clearance to take off, a Norwegian aircraft turned up, and the de-icers all scuttled around that one as well. Oslo's all set up for sub-zero conditions for several months. It's not an issue for them. All very business as usual. And we were finally given clearance to take off. So I would highly recommend visiting Oslo in Norway. Do leave lots of time though for entering and exiting the country as you go through the Schengen frontier. It is quite lengthy if you are not an EU citizen.